Hello everybody, it's Everlasting Goonhill right here, but you can call me Felix. And today we'll be continuing the Archon quest. In this stream we're going to finish off the last remaining bit of the Sumeru arc. And then after that, I believe there is an interlude chapter with the Wanderer, I'm pretty sure. So I'd like to finish the whole interlude chapter in this stream. I don't know how long it is at all, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I do plan on streaming the, what's it called? The Windblooms Festival, Breath, whatever. But that probably won't be until Friday. So, yeah, Sunday, which is today, we'll do the interlude chapter. Friday, we'll do this event. And sorry, give me just one moment. I need to turn my fan on. It's kind of hot in here. Alright, hopefully you won't be able to hear that. Alright, so, yeah, so Friday, we will start this event. And I'm hoping we will finish the interlude chapter during this stream. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Good morning.
Oh, and
looks like you're awake. Yep.
This coming Tuesday, if nothing occurs, I'll be starting a new playthrough in the afternoon. I don't have a consistent schedule for that just yet. We're gonna see how the stream goes. But Tuesday afternoon, Central Standard Time, like 2:30 p.m., I'm going to be playing a PlayStation 2 game called Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. It's an old game, and I'll be joined by my friend Naira as a co-commentator. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. It's an old game, and I think the both of us will enjoy it. It's a favorite childhood game of mine, so I'm looking forward to it.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
Okay.
It's nice
Weird
to have
looking
you
sandwich.
here so we can eat something yummy.
Is that just
Wow,
like a veggie
now
sandwich?
that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
Oh yeah, she got cured. I forgot about that.
Delicious.
That's crazy.
Oh, by the way, someone wrote a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
A letter?
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up.
Oh,
so Paimon didn't
from
open it. Alright, let's read it
Nihida?
now. Oh,
Alhaitham?
it's from Nilu.
Nilu?
Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyano's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra.
Oh,
As
neato.
heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
I guess Tainari didn't tell her about what was going on? Which I guess is fair. And I think she was getting worse with her condition, so she was probably out of it.
Everyone's aware of your abilities. There's no need to be modest.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
You got anything more to say?
Everything has been getting better lately, and my mood has been improving as well. You
That's
can come
good.
find me anytime if you need anything.
Oh, I know you'd disappear after this quest.
You're welcome. I was just doing my duty. Remember to talk to Master Tainari before
It would
you
be
leave.
cool if you could talk to the actual playable characters, like in the overworld. But, oh well. There he is.
Tainari!
But, after this arc is, I guess, officially
Good
over,
morning.
I'll give
How do you
my
feel today?
full thoughts on it,
Much
because
better.
I didn't get the
How
chance to
about
talk
you?
about it last night because it got really late and I just wanted to go to bed.
I'm recovering well.
He
Thanks
got
for
struck
asking.
by lightning and just
But from the looks
was
of it,
out.
you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really.
Speaking of
The
work,
Elazar
I have a
patients have
job interview
recovered, as well
tomorrow,
as Hypatia.
so
For now,
that'll be fun.
I only need to tend to my forest watcher
Uh,
duties.
It seems
so we'll see
once
how that
Ermin's soul
goes.
started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
Popped my neck.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
Were we like
He
knocked
visited
out
once,
for a
but he
period
was
of time?
afraid of
It
disturbing
sounds
you
like
while
we were
you were
just
resting.
unconscious
He
for
just
a long
asked me a few
time.
questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
You weren't invited.
Didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kala has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Oh?
VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Wow, Paimon,
Well,
you're so
technically
funny.
speaking, they are former VIPs. The
Shut up.
sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidya forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Ermin's soul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom
Oh, yeah,
had
I
begun
totally
to shine
forgot that
once again.
Nahida has a story
As
quest
a
we can do
result,
too.
work has
I don't
increased
know
for
how I
the
forgot
forest
about that.
rangers.
That sounds
So-
really exhausting.
After the interlude
There's
chapter,
nothing we can
after
do,
the
really.
event,
But
and then after
that's another
the
topic.
next interlude
Back to the
chapter,
matter at hand.
I'll
Are you
do
two
the
planning
story
to head
quest.
out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Alright.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask about?
Oh yeah,
yes.
Hypatia.
Thanks for remembering her. She continued her training in the forest after she recovered. As a scholar, she never slacks off. A lot has happened lately. Kale and I have been busy. But don't worry, we'll take care of ourselves. As for Sino's reinstatement, the more I think about it, the more I suspect that he just doesn't have a single clue about this feast. But this does remind me that Kale and I should find an opportunity to celebrate him as well. He has helped me a lot during this time. And you as well. Thank
I
you.
feel like they're really vague about how Sino and Tainori know each other.
Take care. Please,
Like, as far as I
find me
know,
if you need anything.
Tainori is just like a well-knowledge dude, and later on Forest Ranger, and Sino is like the Secret Service or something. I don't know. I don't know what his job position is exactly. But where is free Primogem right there? There it is. Ooh.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up
I wonder if
here.
we're gonna get another
Well,
Nilu dance
except for the
scene.
guests.
That'd be neat.
Is
With,
a
like,
simple
Nahida
reply
actually
really
there.
that much to ask
I
of
think
our
that'd be
guests?
cool.
It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone
I wonder if
deliver
that tattoo
letters
on
to
her
all
back
of our
is supposed to mean
guests.
anything.
But maybe everyone is still
Or if it's
busy
just
with
paint.
other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru
Because
is in an
Nilu doesn't
extremely
strike me as a type to
important
just
period of
get a
transition right now.
tattoo.
But even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair.
It's so conflicting. I
let's
really
have a vote
want
for the
Nilu,
most
but at the same
outstanding
time, I
audience
don't.
members next time. I think
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an
'Cause, like,
audience. But indeed,
if I got
we
Nilu,
could try giving
I'd only
gifts
pull
to
for
people
Nilu if I
with
had
particularly
Kokomi.
good taste.
If I had Kokomi, I'd definitely
heard
pull
there's
for
a device
Nilu.
in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
I have one.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Yeah, we can also
That
check
doesn't
out
feel
how
like our
everything
job
in
to do,
Sumeru
but
is
okay.
going now.
Then again, nothing is our job to do, but
When
we
I
do
wrote
it
the
anyway.
letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for
Okay.
Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter,
I
but
frequently
I was
forget about
afraid of
Dunyarzad.
disturbing her. If you have time,
I'm so salty about that.
please ask
Like,
about her for me.
I liked her, but at the same time, it was
go,
a cheap
Traveler.
move to not kill her off. Even though it felt like she was dead, I don't know. It just didn't feel good to me. I didn't like it.
I'll go to the Adventurers
Alright,
Guild
I'll
later and
come
ask
back
Miss
to that
Catherine
later.
if she knows how to get one of those cameras.
Yes, please do. I'm sure the audience would be thrilled at the chance of receiving commemorative gifts.
I
It
don't
could
even
be
remember how
our
I got my
special
camera.
surprise that we prepared for everyone.
Was it an
I
Inazuma?
think it's an amazing idea.
Leeway? I don't know.
Who knows? If we take more pictures, they might even become the signature souvenir of the Grand Bazaar.
And Nilu will become even more famous. Ha! It won't be long till people are fighting for front row at your performances.
I've heard that this camera is not just something anyone can use as they please. It must be aimed properly, and subjects should pose
Are
for the
Nilu
best
and Eve at the
results.
same height?
Oh, should we get ready then? Perhaps we should wear something a little more appropriate.
No. I think we look absolutely
no,
fine.
Ethan's a little taller.
If anything, when we pose for this, clever invention,
You really think so?
Alright. I guess we're going to Alhaitham first, which I guess makes sense.
Take it easy.
Go up here. Yeah. Oh, the door opened again.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
I'm
Have
a
you
little
seen
nervous about my
Al-Hatham
job
around?
interview tomorrow, to be
Yes,
honest.
it seems
This would be my
Scribe
first one.
Al-Hatham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the
I feel
second
like
group
I'm pretty
of people
prepared,
I've seen looking for him
but,
today. He must
you
be
know.
quite the busy man.
That's a bridge you
Oh?
cross when you
Who
get
else
to
was
it.
looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
He sounds like he's the gossip.
I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Did you just confess to being interested in the gossip? Okay. What's over here? Can I go through this door? I can! Oh! That's how you get up here. I just climbed a tree. I didn't know there was a freaking doorway. Wow, that would have made my life a whole lot easier. Whoops, I guess. Why it's called the House of Dana. Is Dana named after someone? I feel like it is, I just don't remember who. Oh, look, a book. A lot of books.
Al-Hatham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the
It's,
scribe, not me.
what's his face?
So
I can't
just
remember
tell
his
me what
name.
you know
Keva?
already.
I don't know.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound
That's a
too
mean face
surprised
right
now.
there.
You're the renowned Kave,
Kave.
light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What
His
makes
facial
you say
expressions are
that?
good. I'll give it
Why
that.
would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
You... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you.
I don't think
Ridiculous and
Al-Hatham
arrogant
has
attitude always
ever
gets in the
actively
way.
given someone crap before.
It
Like, he's
seems
kind
that
of,
you really can't stand my personality.
kind of a know-it-all,
What was your first
but he's like
clue?
actively messing with Keva here.
Well, then you might as well
Kave,
move out
sorry.
of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, While you were out fiddling around in the desert, many
We were
people
overthrowing
came
the
together to
government.
save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Dude,
Look,
just talk to like
All
any
you
random
really
person.
need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
I'm surprised Kaveh didn't learn about this by the time he got to Al-Haytham.
Hey, Al-Haytham.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Why am I already
A
hungry?
letter?
Man.
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to Al-Haytham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest.
Is Al-Haytham's hair green
Apparently
on
they
the
will spend
inside
the
of his
rest
hair?
of their lives there.
I've been meaning to ask that, because it's like gray
That
on
is
the
already the best
other
possible
side, but
ending
you
for
can
the
see
likes of
that
them.
that hair sticking out.
Four of the
It's green
six
on the
great sages
inside,
were
which
possessed
is
by their desire for
kinda
power
weird,
and
but,
attempted to create
you
a
know.
new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other two rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6th grade schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom.
Oh, and what are
Numerous
they?
Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
I want to know what are the
managing
6
things in the
main
other
types of
4
wisdom
schools
are.
now?
I'm curious about
Do
that.
they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I mean, that's a lot of
I'm
work,
not even
man.
interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find other sages to job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office.
So what you're saying is, he's the acting Grand Sage. Haha. Gene can relate.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh. My roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
So, Dia next.
The House of Dana is the last quiet place in the whole Academia now. I was originally planning to stay here a little longer, but there's a chance that Kaveh might show up again. Tuh, what a
You said that
nuisance.
with such annoyance.
I better go
Kaveh.
somewhere else.
Can we find him anywhere? No, I don't think so. Ah, that's short appearance. But I'm sure he's in a Al-Haytham's story quest.
Take it easy.
I wonder if I'll be able to finish the interlude chapter on time. I'd like to. That would be ideal. But I don't know how long it'll be.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Oh, it's
that Paimon I hear?
Dunyazard.
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Oh yeah, you're looking alive
Seen you.
when you shouldn't be.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the
wow, yeah,
patients
that's
have
crazy.
recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
There she is.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of the situation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
That's a weird habit to develop.
You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job,
She said that
I
in
already
a
decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's
questionable
time for me
way.
to get back out there and chase
That's
that
the word.
horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Oh?
But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through.
And both
Life is
raids
short,
were fun
and
to
I'm happy
use.
that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not
She might be
completely ready
better
to settle down on this side of the wall.
with the artifacts
Well,
that got
I remember
leaked.
a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought I was joking.
We just came from talking with Al-Haytham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Al-Haytham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia. But only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget
Okay, now I
about
want to
it.
see that.
I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Al-Haytham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're
Oh, that's
super
true.
amazing.
That'd be a position.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to work wherever I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
I guess being free is just a part of how Dia operates.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries
I'm trying to think
like
of all the
me.
pyro users.
Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
I think Dia and Diluc are the only
Wait a second. You make it
mostly
sound like
serious
you're
pyro
leaving now.
users. Everybody else is pretty
Well,
happy-go-lucky.
No, not yet, at least. I promised
I
my
mean,
lady I'd stick around until next week.
Dia is
Have you
a
been
relatively
almost this entire time?
cheerful person,
We
but
were
she's
wondering if you
definitely
had received a
more,
letter from Nilu.
Oh,
not down to
did
earth.
Nilu
It's
write to
more,
us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos.
what's
so
the
she
word?
sent the
I don't know
letter
what
here.
word to use, but she's definitely more,
Huh.
I don't know, you know
It
what
was
I'm talking
probably
about.
sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
We wrote to Dia
She said they
specifically.
were preparing
I
a
don't think you
victory
were
feast in
invited.
the Grand Bazaar, and will also
No,
be
she probably
celebrating
was.
Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Isn't
Great.
this supposed to be a
I'll be
secret
sure to
surprise?
attend.
You're not very being secret about it.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
I mean,
Since
Sino's
it's being
like
organized by
barefoot, so I
Nilu,
think you're fine.
I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Wouldn't Dia like to
Sure.
be dressed up? I feel like she would. I
Thank
mean,
you
she likes
so much for
the
letting us know.
makeup and
We'll see you
shopping and
there.
all that, so
Oh, by the
I would think
way,
she'll like
do
to
you
dress
happen
up in
to know where
formal
Sino
attire,
and
but
Raman are?
I don't know.
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there.
We're
As
gonna
for
see
Raman, your
Candace
guess is as
again.
good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. Don't mention it. You better get going.
all right, on to our next stop.
All right.
After
do you have to
recovering
say?
from Elazar, everything seems so different to me. When I look at the scenery I visited before, it has a completely different feeling.
Yeah,
Does it?
you need to be stronger than an ox to take one by the horns.
I think I've heard you say something like that before. But today, I finally understand what you mean.
Is there
I don't
any
know how
place
that
you'd like
changes
to go?
things, but okay.
I can accompany you.
What if I tell you that I want to go to the desert?
Fine by me. If we go to the
Kill those
desert, I can
lungs all
introduce
over
you to my
again.
friends there. But we should prepare and get everything we need before setting off.
Let's go! I'll go pack my luggage now. After we're done with the feast in 2 days, we can go in the desert.
You can count me in.
All right. Okay. This is also turning out longer than I thought it would be, but
Take it easy.
that's fine. We got time. What time is it? 10. Huh. Is there anything here for me to grab? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Oh, this I know.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
Oh, you know, just wandering.
Well, and Tanari agreed
For
to
a
let
wander.
us leave. So now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I'm like
Tainari
drawing a
has
blank
excellent
on when we
medical
lost
skills,
consciousness.
and
When did that
Kale is quite
happen?
attentive.
Oh,
It was the best
right.
place
I
for
remember
you.
now. The Tory.
Why
I
are
somehow
you just
forgot about
standing
that. I
here
remember
like a
now.
dead
We're good.
tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
Candy's
I've already
nuts.
talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Do I?
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing,
It's
my friend suddenly appears in the
Raha?
desert.
Ramen?
Don't tell
Roman?
me you've run into trouble and need us
And
to help
the
now.
secretary girl.
Roman!
Roman.
And, huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well,
Wait, has
you're
she
pretty
not?
famous in the
No,
academia.
Paimon.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
Wait.
I see.
Oh, wait. That's right. We never directly talked to her. We were freaking manipulating her with Nahida. I remember now.
I'm doing well.
Oh, I forgot
Many
about
good
that.
things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Suddenly, you say.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
Oh?
I can see what you're saying now.
I could use a snack.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Oh, it's Yaya's birthday.
So
Look
you
at that.
want to become a teacher?
Oh, look at
Sataria will return to
that.
support education here
That's
and
cool.
teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please, where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp
Funny
on
thing
you will
about
become.
that.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to
I
you
feel a little
lies
bad.
elsewhere.
Miss.
Like,
These
yeah.
words sparked something in me.
I guess it turned
and
out
I
for the
knew
better,
that I
but it
had
still
to bring
feels really
something back
wrong
to
to
my
me.
people after
I don't
going
know.
home. I gathered up the courage
That-
to
it
approach the
rubs me
Grand
wrong.
Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, It may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
As
Apart
of
from this,
the nations we've
the
been to
Academia
so
is
far,
also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in
I
the
think
desert.
Nahida might be the most involved with
I'll
her
let
nation.
you and Sataria know as soon as I have
Like,
any more news.
Venti is
We
obvious.
must be persistent about this.
Zhongli retired.
And maintain these resources to ensure
A
long-term
rules her
effectiveness.
nation, but she
This is the first time in hundreds
meditates
of
for the
years
most
we've had a
part, I
glimmer
think.
of hope.
And she
I think this may be the
delegates like the
turning
three
point for the
branches of
desert.
government, the
Remember these
the
words.
Tri-Commission.
Here lies our faithful
And
priest, Kasala.
here it sounds
His
like
wisdom is a miracle
Nahida's like
among
actively
the people,
giving
deserving
orders
high
of what to do.
praise and admiration.
So
I
that's
hope
interesting.
people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
I thought that was supposed to be a surprise.
Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
How's that judging from his appearance? He
Celebration?
hasn't changed.
Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Wow, surprise
I know, it was
ruins.
right.
Good job,
You
Paimon.
really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino.
Lord
you must not
Sino,
like
that's
feasts
new.
very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind,
Playable characters
please
only.
give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is,
Sorry.
I'm sorry for how I
Yep.
treated you before, but now I understand the
Did you
beauty
even
of your
talk to
dance.
Nilu?
It's like a
I
light
know
shining
the
in the
Grand
sky.
Sage did, but I don't
You
recall
and the art you symbolize are not
Sataria
only
talking
beautiful,
to Nilu.
but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Bro, that's a lot of words to pass
Got all
on.
that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Wait, 2 days? Yep. Alright, I imagine it's gonna be in the bazaar. Oh yeah. Interesting thing I just discovered before I started the stream. I don't know if this was always here, but apparently there's a weekly EXP limit for the battle pass. How long has that been a thing? I don't remember that being a thing unless I just never maxed out my EXP before. Huh. So, that's strange and also mildly annoying. What's the point of having weekly risen then if you can't get all of it? Oh, it's that, mountain thing. But yeah, the new playthrough I'm going to start Tuesday with my friend. The plan is to have that on Tuesday afternoon, but it also depends how my interview goes Monday, tomorrow. So, unless something happens and I don't know, we'll see how Monday goes. If everything is fine, then we'll start the playthrough Tuesday afternoon.
Yay! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
Hey, everybody's here. Oh, I stepped in the food. Sorry.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
No, I just fast forwarded time.
We're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nice
Nah,
dodge.
there won't be any speeches today.
What am I
Oh, really?
cipher? Oh, no, I
Well,
know
even
why.
better.
Come join us over here.
Oh, that hurts.
Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow.
Is it just
I
us?
can't wait. Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
We don't get to watch the dance? I want to see the real Sub-Zaru festival. I think that'd be
So
cool.
delicious. Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast.
Oh?
Everyone that
Are
came
these
said
gifts
that you saved
Primogems?
Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to
Thing
meet
is,
everyone
you've got
that
like a
participated in the great
participation
plan.
trophy.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really
You just
done
kinda
something impressive together.
died
It's
and
unbelievable.
not died.
We owe it to our abilities.
I'm salty about that, by
And
the way.
luck.
That's not clear enough as
Really?
it is.
Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that
Paimon, not so
Lord
much.
Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes.
Where
Even
is
after being
Nahida?
abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Return to the academia, abandoned and neglected. Oh, that's right! I forgot again that Rukatabata got like forgotten. So there's like a new history in its place.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should
I
be
wonder how
something
that works then.
Everybody should remember.
Like, did Nahida just write in new memories?
You look surprised. I didn't
Or like
say
rewrite
anything
history?
wrong,
like,
did I?
hey, instead of this,
No,
this
everything
happens.
you
Is
said
that
is
what
correct.
is that how it works?
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser of Sumeru, and what did they do in return?
Huh. That's pretty crazy.
If you bite the hand that feeds
Man.
you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you
He's a
try to
smart
put
boy.
it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
Haven's like, yo, I just wanted the vibe, and they were stopping that
reason
from
enough.
happening.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed.
Alright,
as
I
the
like
General
Alhaitham
Mahamacha,
just a little
right?
more.
That's right.
Will you be happy with that
So
life?
he's at about
It's not
the
about being happy.
indifferent zone.
There are merely a lot
First,
of things
I
that I must
liked
do.
him, then I knew more
Even
about
so,
him, like, oh,
Keep your
I
spirits
don't
up
care
and try
about
to be
him
happy,
that much,
okay?
and
And
no,
try to
he's
smile
just
more
okay.
every day, just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Alright. Oh, we get to talk to everybody. Why do I feel like we're missing somebody? Nulu, Alhaitham, Dia, Sino. No, that's everybody.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If the
Oh yeah, we still have to
That's
talk
good.
to Nahida
It's
about
the first time I've ever invited so many
what's the game
exceptional
plan
people to one
next?
place. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
We have a message. Oh wait, I forgot.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
What's up, Sino?
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious. Yeah. I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
I'm moving forward plenty.
There's always next time. We're friends after all.
Aw.
This feast is pretty good.
Alright.
I
Alhaitham?
seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No, this gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts.
Didn't Paimon
Unlike
say
the
there was some
farces
kind of
at the
meat here?
Academia.
Where's the meat?
That happiness
Is
is
that
an
it?
emotion
With
that'll be
the-
forever
with
alien
the
to those
sauce?
bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Dia?
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilou invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
What's next? Oh, we're gonna see Nilou?
Hey,
not Nilou.
what's wrong? Your head is
Nahida?
starting to droop.
Oh? What's up? I'm suddenly a little sleepy.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy. Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
What's this about? Is it because I didn't sleep well last night that I felt sleepy all of a sudden, or is it something? It seems like someone is there. Oh? What's going on?
It's me.
Oh my god.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like Flora and the fence it grows
I wonder what the
upon.
range of that is. Like, how, like, could you just talk to me from anywhere?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast tonight at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Oh, she looks so sad.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast?
I mean, Nahida, I know you're a god and all, but you don't exactly look in that intimidating.
Let me think about it. Okay.
Thought about it pretty quickly.
Yes, I have.
Oh. Invaded the Ether's
You
mind?
said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The Flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky. Everyone.
Okay. I wonder if Nahida... Okay, so they're hearing Ether's voice, but we're hearing Nahida.
Huh? That voice.
Oh, never mind. They are hearing Nahida.
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilou.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilou, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
That was a weird transition right there. What the
I
balls?
took the liberty of occupying the Traveler's body so that I could
How
thank
are you
all of you
seeing
in person.
Nahida?
Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, But Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name.
That's a long name.
It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so
Calm
much
down.
for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, he didn't do much. Didn't use
The
our...
suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank
Was
you.
it?
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you're not so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
That was nice. Carries on late into the night. And the feast ends on a perfect note. I'm kind of tempted to just grab some cheese and crackers. That sounds
you
good.
awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
That's not a flattering name, I hope you know that.
Should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions...
Hold on, sorry. Where is... There it is. Sorry, I'm doing something real quick. Alright. Where were we? Oh. I can grab something? What was that? Oh, just sit.
Take it easy.
I wonder if there's anything up here, now that I think about it. Can I grab anything here? Let me just climb this tree real quick. Almost there.
Yeah.
Is there already no chest up here? That's kind of surprising. Felt like there would be. Oh, wait. I caught something. Oh, it's up there. Where that's well hidden. I knew it was a good idea to check. Would I die if I jumped down there? I'm sure I would. I like the music in here.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness
And now
and
we
joy,
talk about
like a
Fontaine
candle floating on
or
water.
Lumine.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
About the Akasha.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
Oh,
but
nice.
this is definitely not a bad thing.
Turned off the
Even
internet.
from the
That's
beginning,
good.
I've been planning to shut it down.
That was a mistake on
The
humanity's
Akasha's
part.
centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Good on you, Nahida. About what happens after I fell asleep that day.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods.
Do they?
I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
Seriously?
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make
Holy
a fair
balls,
deal with
man.
the
How
doctor.
strong is
I'm
Piero
sure you
then?
remember the entity that changed your
That's his name,
fate,
right? The number
Heavenly
one?
Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
We're not going to ask about the new wisdom. That feels pretty important to ask about. Like, what was worth that? About the Battledeer.
He's still in a coma.
A coma?
I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather.
What does that
I know you
mean?
have many
Under your pillow?
misgivings
I
about
don't know.
him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Okay. About Fontaine, the next stop on my journey.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates on a judicial system.
Okay.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual
So
trials.
you don't pronounce the S at the end. Okay.
However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
Okay.
As Archon,
So it
she
sounds
still
very easy
reserves
to
the
get in
right
touch
to
with her.
influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
What is that supposed to mean? Oh. She's eccentric. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. We're gonna have a Wayne god. Okay.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Huh? You mean...
About your sister.
What?
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your
Holy
sister.
balls? How does Nahida know about our sister? Did we mention that to her? I don't recall that. And she actually took the initiative and helped us? Wow, look at you, Nahida. There shouldn't be any information on her. Well, I guess I understand. Well, I understand that Irminsul wouldn't affect Ether, like his memories, because he's not part of that world. But wouldn't there still be information on Ether and Lamine because they exist in the memories of the people of Tevat? So you could still look into the memories of the people of Tevat and find Lumine through there, I would think.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not
In
have
my case
any
in particular,
information
but
on
not
you.
Lumine?
However, there must be something different about your sister. Because,
Really?
as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after
So
all.
not Ether, but Lumine. So Ether's not recorded in Irminsul because he's not part of this world. Lumine also isn't part of Tevat, but she was recorded in Irminsul. So does she go through some kind of transformation? That's my speculation.
There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
She belongs to this world? What does that mean? Things don't add up. Is there something wrong with my memories? Or is it this world that has done something to her? I think something happened to her. I think she went through some kind of transformation.
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Tevat?
Do you have any further intel? Do you know what she has been through?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria.
So that's when we first got there.
After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Tevat.
Right, just like us.
But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
How on earth does that work?
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is
it the Heavenly
they
Principles?
can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Could the Abyss influence Irminsul? I don't think they're that powerful.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
I want to know how the Abyss
Something else I noticed was
the
that
Heavenly
according
Principles
to
are
these
connected, like
records,
Celestia.
the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Something else I noticed was according to these records. Descenders.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right?
Yes, that feels very
Part
important.
of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
Oh?
Traveler, you are Tevat's
Fourth?
4th Descender.
And you said the Fatui aren't labeling Lamine as a Descender? So there's us? We're excluding Lamine then. And there's 3 other Descenders? Really? And not from this world. The unknown god, maybe? As one of them? Paimon? Maybe? No, because she was affected by Irminsul. She forgot about Rukkhadevata. So Paimon is part of Tevat. So, no, not Paimon. Ether? Maybe the unknown god. Who could the other two be? Unless we just don't know them. One of the Harbingers? Piero? No, no. No one comes to mind. Dainsleif is from Conria, so he's part of Tevat.
Huh? So the Vatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
Yeah.
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
The first Descender. You're referring to the Heavenly Principles as if it's a person and not a thing or a group. Okay.
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
There's still 2 others.
Paimon's head's about to burst from
That was a bombshell of information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Bro, like he had just freaking digged into Tevat's database. Oh my god.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru.
Yeah?
I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
Yeah.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
That was some crazy information. Holy balls, Batman.
Hey! Doesn't Mondstadt celebrate the Windbloom Festival around this time of year? You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million
That was crazy.
questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Paimon has lots of good memories from the last one. The sweet scent
There's a
of
lot of
flowers
dialogue going on.
the sweet smell of tasty snacks on the breeze, the feeling of the
Paimon, shut up. I'm trying to read what you're saying from the Archon quest.
The only downside was the lack of commissions. Like, about these Descenders. So, does that
Oh my
just
god.
mean people like you who come traveling
Probably
to
some
that
things I
from
hope, right?
someplace else? But Paimon's sure that was just a one-time thing. There's gotta
As for
be
Sister
someone who
Wu,
needs
so many
our help,
questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find.
this year. And as for your sister...
So we're gonna talk to Nahida again?
Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
Okay. Let's grab this real quick. Nice. Inversion of Genesis. Interlude Chapter Act 3. Alright, so we can do that now. But we're doing that Friday. And I feel like I unlocked some quests. I'm guessing you mean a strange person outside the forest. What is this for? Huh. For a dream I tarry. Okay. Wait. Oh, it's because of story quests. that I probably unlocked. Oh yeah, there's Diaz. Neat. So what story quests do I have? There's Tainari story quests. That's a hangout. Boom boom. Oh, so it's just Tainari. There's two. Oh, that's the Danesdave quest, but we're doing this one first. Okay, so this is an interlude chapter. This is just Act 4, Chapter 3. Okay. Go. I'm already here.
Is there anything you want to...
I can ask about my sister again.
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared after the Conria disaster. But just as her journey was about to...
Okay, so you already told us all this.
All I know for sure is that somebody, and whoever it is, if they... But even that... Something else.
Okay, yeah, we went through this already.
What's a descent? Look, I'm a very important traveler. You. Huh? So that's right.
Whoopsies, I guess.
As for the other... and yet, there are many questions in my heart as well.
The only other descender I could guess is the unknown god from the very beginning, but other than that, I have no clue.
I'm unsure. The pleasure is all... Alright, that's enough talk for...
Okay, so I guess we'll leave. What time is it? Almost 11 o'clock? Whoopsies. Alright. Go to the sanctuary of... Isn't that this room here? Yeah, it's this room. What? I'm confused. This is the sanctuary. It's saying... Oh. There? No? Where do you want me to go? I'm confused. Further down? Nope. Supposed to go up. Alright. Sir, tell me where to go. I'm confused. Are you just somewhere down here? Oh, there's a chest here. Look at that.
Easy money.
But
Take it
where
easy.
else am I supposed to go? Other than that chamber. Does it want me to go somewhere else? It's pointing up, but when I go up there...
Take it easy.
It's saying to go down. Did it glitch? Because I just came from there? Try going back in, I guess. I don't know what else I'd do. Go to the sanctuary of Tristana. Yeah, that's here. There's no other place for me to go. I'm confused. Where am I supposed to go? Can I go through one of these doors? No. Ah. I'm lost. Quest area reached. Yeah, am I supposed to be here at a certain time? In order to look for more information about your sibling, you and Palma decide to visit Nahida in the chamber once more. Along the way, you hear people discussing something. Oh, am I supposed to talk to someone?
Take it easy.
Is that it? There is a scholar down here. You? Oh, you're blind. Okay. Well, nice to meet you too, I guess. It says along the way. You? No? Game. Oh. Here? No. So I don't talk to you. I can't talk to you guys over here. There we go. That took a while.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery.
What is
When
that
so
accent?
much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Tarasuna mystery.
Yeah,
That sounds familiar.
This is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make
I
people
know
want
you
to
can
read it.
name
There's no getting
Wanderer.
around that.
I've already been spoiled that, which, you know, to be
Okay,
fair, Wanderer came out like back in September, so I could only avoid that for so long.
Tarasuna?
That's
all the way in Inazuma!
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was in Inazuma.
Kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper
I knew that
about that.
name was familiar.
Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything. Great! Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
Let me see where Tarasuna is again. Oh, speaking of Inazuma, I just remembered. A should have dialogue on Scaramouche now. Oh no, not Scaramouche, Boar.
I admire her humility. It is a sign of true wisdom. With the power she holds, Boar is capable of doing many things beyond our wildest imaginations. And yet, she uses her power only to right wrongs and to protect. She is a truly gentle god. So the animal Archon still goes by that name among mortals these days. Truth be told, from the very first moment I met him, I could somehow sense that we were not going to get along. Also, he sure can drink a lot. State your query. On stormy days.
Okay, so this is A talking. I can tell by the tone of voice.
It is a sign of on stormy days.
Yo, can we like
Inazuma
appreciate
Kuwabara,
Raiden's voice actor and Yako real quick?
from
Because
being
this
State your
range,
query.
like, just listen to this.
State your query. To the point. On stormy days, the people of Inazuma chant Kuwabara.
And then we have
Kuwabara.
this.
The account given in the book, Treasured Tales, is largely an accurate one. At that time, I admire her humility.
Actually,
It
it's
is a sign of true wisdom. With the power she holds, Boar is capable of doing many things beyond our wildest imaginations.
this may be
And yet, she uses
better
her
example.
power. Foolish question. There are only two kinds of foods. Those that must be consumed to
Like, there's
nourish the
Raiden Shogun.
body, and those that harm it.
And then there's A.
Oh, don't listen to the Shogun. Desserts. Cafetes are no big deal.
Like, it's
You
so
can just
easy
replace
to
your
distinguish the two, like, who you're hearing. Like,
I just don't
that's
see
great
how
voice
desserts can
acting.
pose a serious
Like, it's the
obstacle
same
to my
voice,
pursuit of
but, like,
eternity.
different inflections, and I really appreciate that. That's really well done. Props to her actor, man. Oh, we got mail. Yao's birthday. Got an achievement too? Yep. Alright. Let me see where Tarasuna is again. To Tarasuna. Okay, it's this island. That's the island where the delusion factory was, right? Or was it this island? No, it was this island, I think. Yeah, it was this island, I remember now. That's where the delusion factory was. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Talk to them, I guess.
I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Speak of the devil and he shall come.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
I'm sorry, I was looking at something.
Of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you
someone
and
knows
your
us.
mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Well, if I recall, the Fatui was trying to do something there. I don't quite remember anymore. It's something to do with like the heart of the island, and it's like unstable or whatever, and we stopped them.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about
What is the accent?
Tatarasuna.
I can't,
hold
I
on,
can't quite place my
Sawada.
finger
Don't
on
you
it.
think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Okay.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant,
I'm looking at
and
the
one
time,
who
it's like
wrote this all
11:05.
down. The records also mention
I'm gonna end the
a
stream
Kabuki Mono.
by 12.
This seems to be an
I
Inazuman
kind of
word
doubt
for an eccentric
we'll
stranger.
be done with this interlude
Someone who dresses
before the
funny
end.
or acts in an unusual
But
way.
if we don't finish the interlude
Akaba's
chapter
teacher has spent quite some time researching
tonight,
these
we'll
events on
finish
the
it
ground.
off
This Kabuki Mono lived
Friday
in
night,
Tatarasuna for a while before
and
disappearing without
after
a
we're done with the
trace.
interlude chapter,
And
we'll move
shortly
on to the
afterwards,
event.
As Akaba mentioned,
And
things
Sunday,
got pretty ugly.
we'll spend next Sunday's stream
Person goes missing. Then a
doing
murder
the
happens?
entire event as well.
Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked...
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
I don't know how this is related to frickin' Scaramouche. Because I know he's the focus of this interlude chapter.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
The
swordsmith?
Iminawa?
Yeah,
Ishin art?
like Ishin art and so on?
Yeah.
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff.
Ishin art
That
is
makes things
Kazuha's
easier.
family,
So
if I
basically,
recall.
this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan,
Right.
the last practitioners of Ishin art.
Right.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around the time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they
I'm
are about
braced.
to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far
the
most.
most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh.
Puppet?
Oh, that's right. The side quest, not side quest. The cutscene, the Scaramouche's past. It shows Scaramouche working with a blacksmith. The Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. What? Oh. I heard puppet and just immediately thought of Scaramouche. I forgot the Raiden Shogun is also a puppet. But the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. The Kabuki Mono has to be the Battle Deer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatara Suna?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Paimon just meant...
I feel like I've seen that dialogue before. Like, not like in an Instagram post, but I feel like I've seen it in this game before.
Like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Oh. That's long. Do I want to read all that? I'll read the first passage. Never mind, the first passage is pretty long. I'll read the first paragraph. A man arrived in Tatara Suna around 3 in the afternoon from afar. He spotted laborers walking along the mountain roads toward the factories, their shoes scuffing along the jutting stones. They walked to the mountain's belly. They might extract it from gems beyond price. The mood that the sight inspired was ineffable, beyond mere description for those not present to witness it. The man barked a cheerful greeting and sprinted to join the procession. There, a towering character who stood half a head taller greeted him with a heavy slap on the back, and yet his words were filled with respect. Do my eyes deceive me, Sir Miyazaki? I cannot think that the return trip here from Inazuma could have been easy on you. Miyazuki smiled like a young man taking the first steps on their journey. Expression relaxed. Why, Katsuragi, Inazuma is the realm of the almighty Shogun. I sailed upon the fastest ship, strolled upon the swiftest sea routes. What dangers could I possibly face? And what about the good news? There was some, naturally. The two burst into uproarious laughter, roughhousing with the other workers until the path's end. This watcher was Niwa, armory officer and administrator of Tatsuna. Okay. Well,
Oh, and
that's too much
please
to
read
read.
my essay draft as well.
Oh my god. Abstract. I'll read the abstract. The Tarasuna area has always been a major pillar of Inuzuma's smithing industry. 2 incidents have occurred here, and the details about the first are vague at best. I believe, however, that there might be a hidden history behind the events that transpired. Hence, this paper will attempt to analyze what may have unfolded from the available data. Okay.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
It sounds more like a novel. Has a guy ever written an essay before?
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say...
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about...
Yep.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a
Nation of Wisdom, bro. Tell everybody everything.
that there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Well, I'll be damned.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by over there. It looked like...
Okay. Well, I guess the people of Sumeru wouldn't recognize you, huh?
The Balladeer! No.
You haven't exactly made a grand entrance of any sort.
Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Follow the figure you just saw. I saw a 4-foot man singing what's it called? Bohemian Rhapsody? I don't know. Sorry, I was doing that loud cough. Yo, Nahida.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Hello.
Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Alright, I forgot autoplay is off.
Sure
Oops.
enough. You're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed
Sup,
to be
moosh?
laughed at?
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's
Really?
gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
He's cooperative?
You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
Not a very
It's not every
trustworthy
day you
person,
see
yeah.
people questioning the god of wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us!
As long as the
This
terms
is funny
are
to see.
reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Really?
Well,
I don't know
I, for
about
one,
that.
have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
This feels
Yes,
strange.
one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us.
Okay.
That puts him in quite
So
a
he's
precarious
weakened.
position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets.
That's true.
Being stuck here in Sumeru could
Tell me
make him
about
a
the
sitting duck,
Saritsa's goals,
depending on
man.
how the Fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he got tossed
Sometimes
out.
it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the harbingers.
Okay.
So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Nobody will ever abandon you after reason. Oh, Ether. What a savage. I gotta screenshot that. That's really funny to me.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join
Skarmouche
forces
is
with us?
asking for protection?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Okay.
Nahida, are you
This is really interesting.
Yes.
I would have thought, like, when we saw Skarmouche again, he would have lost his memories or something. That was my assumption. But no, he full on has his memories still. So that's completely new to me. Because when I saw like screenshots of like Skarmouche from the interlude chapter, it felt like to me like he didn't have any memories of his past self. But he still knows who he is. So that's really interesting.
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Right, we'll get more information about Lumine.
Actually, that's
in
the
this,
whole reason we came to see you today.
interlude, hopefully.
So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category.
Right.
This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better equipped.
Since he has access to Irminsul, couldn't you just go into the database and see what the Fatui's goals are?
He almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information
He can still connect to Irminsul? That sounds dangerous.
Beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
So he doesn't know a whole lot about the Descenders either?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him!
I understand. But sometimes, Everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before.
Yula rerun. That's what I
There's
desire.
a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
I'm still fine.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do
Man,
to
he
help?
is really helping us
I
out.
was going to contact
What
you
a goat.
about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. It seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Sorry, I was coughing again. Okay.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Oh, you're going straight in. Okay.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Oh, it is like daytime now. What happens if I go over here? Oh, I don't want to risk it because I remembered the last time I tried to leave the area, like made me go through an entire cutscene again. It's weird to just be walking with Scaramouche like this.
Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
The babysit. Oh, Ether.
Gets to be so smug.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry.
How long?
This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
How long will I be inside of here? Like, can I just leave after going inside? Because if I'm stuck in that place until I finish it, then I might end the stream early. Cross that bridge and get to it.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only
If
until
it gives me
this
someone
mission's
like,
over.
make sure you're
Let's cut
prepared
each
for
other
before
a
you
little
go
slack,
inside,
shall we?
then
We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
oh, you caught my eyes pretty.
You sure are
That's
confident.
flattering.
Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
I mean, he has like
If there are no
centuries
further
of experience.
objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you
And
need some
he's
time
gonna be
to
called the
mentally prepare
Wanderer.
yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Okay.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Oh, I guess it's putting me straight inside. Oh, wow.
So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's
That's
never
pretty.
seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat.
Skarmouche's
Every
hat
bit of
is
information
interesting.
flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time
Like,
to go.
it has like these dangling things hanging off, and it has like a curtain on the back.
He says.
Lesser
I
Lord
wonder what that
Kusanali,
symbol means.
we will
Does it mean
now proceed
harbinger?
to the heart of Irminsul.
I don't know.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Mess around and find
What are you
out.
smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in
I'll be
here.
laughing.
You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Follow the battledeer. Nah. Oh, never mind. It's not gonna let me.
These
It's a
sapling
thing.
leaves have spread out.
Fragments have dissipated in the space seems to
Those
have
are all packets of
whatchamacallit.
information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
I didn't touch them. He touched them. Shut up. You can transfer it to another path. So just don't touch it? That seems easy enough. I didn't touch it!
It looks the same in every direction.
Okay.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
We've seen bigger. All of the information in the world is flowing
Lesser
through
Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. He must want to stay alive.
it. He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he has a similar role in Fatui? First, Akaba and Sawada stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
What's your favorite color?
Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
You've been invited to the group chat.
We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Battledeer. Can't Scaramouche hear our thoughts?
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Oh, that's
never tried
nice.
this before. This is great. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things
For
that
him
are
to
clear as
resolve,
day
that's
to
the
me,
key word.
but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, betrayals, and other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Partis Dia. You relate what you saw in the Battledeer's mind while I'm Partis Dia.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin.
Hello, Naira. Thanks for joining.
Hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Isn't it like 6 a.m. for you?
Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into 2 people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything
What was I about to say?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes.
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks for joining.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the
I feel like it'd be
gaps with
funny,
their
but also neat if,
At least that's what they thought.
like Nihida would keep talking to us throughout our journey. Like just occasionally just popping up in our minds, like, yo, how's it going, Ether? I think that'd be pretty cool, but I doubt they'll do that.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you 3 are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Oh, Skymoose.
Don't insult me.
They're lonely.
You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
I find that funnier than I should. You salty about that?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Didn't Nahida?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Oh, yeah, we've met before, but we never talked about my sibling before. Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought. But yeah, the whole part about the famous and,
right now, we have to keep the
that
peace.
part makes sense.
I'm not interested in creating more misery for
posters
myself.
everywhere and all that.
And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement.
How does that make sense? How's there anonymous data in the world tree?
Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
Gasp! That name. Niwa was the man in charge at Tatarasuna. Plus he belongs to the lineage of whatever. Cutscene? No.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some
Hey,
time
it's
now.
him!
You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi
That's
Nagamasa,
the
and
guy that
indeed,
worked with
everyone
Scarmouche.
else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village.
It's interesting to see
People
his
are
actual
gainfully
character model.
employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, It was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
Is it us
The
who's
forging
talking, or
industry
is
with
it
crystal
him?
marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown. All passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every
Well, you're
smith brought into this trade looks to
Fontaine.
find their purpose between steel and
That's
blade.
the generic Fontaine
That
outfit.
is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces.
This was Scaramouche's
He
second
would be the first to
betrayal.
admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants.
It's 11:30.
Working right here alongside us.
So we do another 30 minutes.
You flatter me. Felix said I saw much that was commendable in the
Hopefully
forging
this quest
industry
doesn't
of
force me to go
Inazuma,
beyond that.
and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher.
Escher, that
Is
name
this
is
really the
vaguely
truth?
familiar.
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems?
That's
Worker
true.
fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
I wonder if this is from the
As you well know,
that like
someone died
toxic
because of that
stuff on that
strange filth
island
inside
that
the
you
furnace.
get rid of in the side
We've
quest.
kept the truth from spreading outside, but still. I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono,
The
is
Kabuki
taking the Golden
Mono.
Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun.
Scaramouche is going to meet
But that doesn't
the
phase you,
Shogun?
does it, Escher? Nothing does.
Because
Otherwise, why would you still
that
be
is
standing
Scaramouche,
there with
right?
that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr.
Why is that name
Mikoshi
so
is more
familiar to
cautious
me?
than I.
Escher.
He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah,
Are you sure
Fontaine.
you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm
That
here because an evil force
voice
is
is
raging
familiar,
inside
too.
the furnace. And someone
Niwa's
needs to
voice
take your
actor?
new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the
This
act.
is a good scene.
We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
He's gonna kill him.
Don't you have all your
Yep.
answers by now?
Oh, no.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
That dagger. Yep, there he goes.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for.
Oh, so this Scaramouche seeing the
thought
truth
I
of what
disguised
happened?
myself
I
exceptionally
guess?
well, at least for the first few days. But to my
Disguise
surprise,
yourself.
you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a
So who are you
long
really,
journey
then?
from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
That voice.
If you kill me,
That's not
there's
Dotori,
no
is
one who
it?
can get inside the
No.
furnace.
Dotori isn't that
So
old.
you're really going to destroy this place?
I know he has like different segments of his life,
that
but
it?
still.
Oh, but you're quite wrong.
No, that is
There
Dotori.
is
It has to
another
be.
person.
What?
Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
What?
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this.
Dotori has
They'll
been
be
around
found
this
out.
long?
This makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this?
So Scaramouche was
Why go to all
manipulated
this
to join the
trouble?
Fatui right from the beginning.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
Oh my god.
Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when
This
faced
is
with
just-
its demise.
That's another bombshell
My
of
device
information.
functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from
I need
the
to dig up on
outside
freaking
world.
Dotori lore now.
However,
Oh, what?
I did not make it with you in mind. It is
Okay, so,
easier for
pause.
a person to be possessed by
After
evil
this
spirits
line.
when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
Wait, hold on. No. So Naiwa got like corrupted by the evil energy because he got, obviously he's angry and full of hate. And he got his heart taken out and that got put into Scaramouche. And that's what made him into what he is now? But no, he still has another betrayer after this, the one with the child. But like back to the original topic. So there's Piero and Signora. Those are like two original harbingers back from Conria. I know that for a fact. There's Scaramouche, he's centuries years old. Apparently Dotori is centuries years old. What about the other harbingers? Child is normal-ish. Are any of the other harbingers really old? That's crazy.
Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
So the original Dotori is long since dead?
My heart.
'Cause
Tell him that both Nagamasa and I
hold on.
see him as one of us.
So when Dotori was talking to Nahida a while back, I was under the impression that was the original Dotori. But I guess that's not the case. I think he was just one of the copies, and it's like, yeah, I'll kill the rest of the copies for you. That's crazy. So Notorious has been making copies of himself for like centuries? Jeez.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people.
Now I appreciate you, but Notorious isn't going to tell that to Scaramouche.
Think like that are people like you.
He's evidently centuries years old just from the scene alone.
What a beautiful way to see the world.
But like, as for his actual...
It almost makes me feel a little guilty.
Lifespan? No, I don't think so.
Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead.
That's nuts.
What a pity.
But Scaramouche has another betrayal to go through with the child.
The task you gave me, creating
Jester,
a gap
that's
and
Piero.
infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
But Scaramouche still has the third betrayal, the one with the child. Unless the Vatugi killed the child. Yeah, I'm sure that's pretty...
Are you alright?
Dottore.
Crazy. For Scaramouche.
Dottore!
He's losing it.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he?
I'm kind of tempted to pull for Scaramouche now, just for the eventual Dottore boss, and just wreck him with Scaramouche. That would be satisfying. Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine? Oh yeah.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
That was weird.
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. It must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a lie that he believed for hundreds of years. This is part of the doctor's experiment. If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began.
I see.
It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor.
Dude,
Everything
the
he
Tory is
did was
freaking
just to plant seeds of disaster
Emperor
in
Palpatine, this
Inazuma
stuff.
that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process.
The doctor put Niwa's heart into the device. Balladeer.
The load was far beyond what he expected,
So that corrupted
but the
Scaramouche?
balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?"
Well, funny story.
The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
Wow.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth.
That's crazy.
He
That's
thought
insane.
Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's...
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now that we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the writing Gakuden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if you understand this can you choose to move forward.
Man, shout out to Ether for actually having thoughts and lines in this arc now. That's so much better than the previous arcs. Like, he was getting better in Inazuma, but in Sumeru, he's getting a lot better. And I'm so excited for Fontaine. I'm so excited for Fontaine Ether. It's gonna be great.
Tori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Wait for a while. Oh, I can just leave the domain? What happens if I do that? What time is it? Oh, it's almost 12. Wait, what'd I do? Oh. I got nervous for a second.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, you alright?
You're smiling again.
Expression.
He's plotting murder
Are you worried about
of a
me?
certain doctor.
If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
No, I'm looking at my stuff first, bro.
That's why we're here.
You're gonna see the child next.
But unfortunately,
the Tory
there's no
killed him
information
somehow.
about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything that seems to confirm it, Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
But if it doesn't keep information on the Descenders, then how is there... How does it keep record of Descenders? If it doesn't keep... Sorry, let me articulate this better. If there's no record of Descenders, how is there information that Descenders even exist in the Irminsul?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world.
Oh.
Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Responded to
Responded?
summoning? What
The
summoning?
Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria and lived with your sister for a time.
What? He lived with Lomine for a time? Like, roommates? Okay. It's starting to sound like Lomine might be Conrian royalty somehow. Because Piero was a royal mage. Why?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards
Wait,
my
so-
mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
This just makes me realize. They said that Lumine traveled 7 nations. And just now they said that Conria was her first destination. So of the 7 current nations of Tevat, does that include all of them, or is there a nation she hasn't gone to? Or am I just overthinking? Or am I just overthinking it? I think I'm just overthinking it.
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Uh-oh.
Huh? What have you done?
I turned off the
Lesser
group
Lord
chat.
Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What's the shield for, though? That's serious music right there.
Give me your hand.
Dinner first?
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
No.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
I mean, I guess that's a natural thing to wonder after learning what he did.
Done.
He already knows. He got what he needed.
What the? What happened? I saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me.
Uh-huh. Wait, look, did he see me hesitate? That was because I know about Greater Lord Ukadavata. Uh-oh, I think...
So
Oh,
long.
crap, I thought I had
I
autoplay
suggest
off.
you get yourselves out of here quickly.
I didn't see that last bit.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me
Scarouche?
deserve another chance at life.
Oh, isn't that considerate?
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Huh.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear
got Wi-Fi issues?
Traveler, Paimon, Palladir, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
Was that because of the shield that Skarmouche put up?
It was the Palladir's fault. He shut you out.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? It's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
We're out! And we're at...
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged.
So what, you just
and
teleported
nobody
us here?
will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with.
Yeah, we're gonna help anyway.
Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Palladir meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember Great Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Palladir's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Great Lord Rukkhadevata for now and focus on the Palladir.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's
Well,
impossible.
we couldn't change the past with Rukkhadevata. We could only change the who and what. Well, no, just the who, really.
Right.
Because what happened still happened. It's just
Stuff happened already in real life.
people's memories are overwritten, I guess.
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Ooh, Paimon's so confused. Huh?
Good job, Paimon.
Sorry, Paimon accidentally... but erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working.
Well, does he need to erase himself from people's... Well, no, I think he just means to, like, delete himself.
There's a way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Indeed, if the Battler does erase himself from his Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine what that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden Gokuden. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Will this mean they will disappear? That's true.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. So, how about, alright, Paimon will start. Fruit
Okay, we're actually doing it. Yeah, we're actually doing this.
Also,
Uh-huh. Man, this is kind of back-to-back story.
what do we... Paimon
something happens. Oh!
Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about.
Oh. Whatever Scarmouche did, it worked.
Hmm? The balladeer?
Oh boy.
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
That's a mind twist right there. Paimon doesn't remember the balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said? So, the balladeer.
This music is interesting.
Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something. ...
If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
You want to go back to Inazuma? That does feel important to check out.
Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is...
Alright. We're in Inazuma, so I don't accidentally trigger it. The smithy. Okay. So... It is... Dance of Destruction. Oh, okay. The balladeer has caused a serious and unexpected consequences for the Ermine Soul. You're the only one aware of that. In order to certain this situation, you need to head off to Inazuma. Okay. So, we didn't finish the Interlude chapter tonight, which I kind of expected with how long finishing up the Sumu arc took. So, this Friday night, we'll finish off
We shouldn't stay here.
this chapter, and we'll move on to the Windbloom event. I don't think I'll finish both that same stream, so I'll finish off the Windbloom event on Sunday, and from that point on, we'll see where I'm at by then. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'm pretty happy with the progress we made. We made a lot of progress story-wise. I had a lot of fun with this stream. It was a lot of lore stuff that was dropped during the stream, so I look forward to finishing the end of the chapter Friday. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and if you did, consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you all possibly Tuesday afternoon. So have a good night or good morning. Bye bye.